30, you can see him right now. We're rocking with Family Force 5.
So we're filling in for Matt, because he likes to sleep in, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I think he went to breakfast this morning at Cracker Barrel and like just had an extra helping of biscuits and
he was like, I want some cornbread or Matt Ball.
Right.
Yeah.
You two could jam. You guys could jam.
Does he talk like that?
Yeah, I met him last week.
Hey, I met. What's the Cracker and Barrel?
Wait, what were you saying?
I said you all could jam together, but you get to dance.
Exactly, right? I can
sorry.
dance to some Matt Marr.
Speaking of, you've got a dance party tonight, right?
Yeah. Are y'all ready for that? I know Bethany.
He's not ready.
Are we ready for some questions?
We're ready for some questions. If you got a question, raise your hand. And
Oh, wow.
if you got some questions from Family Force 5, Jerry, get it.
I had the first one. Maybe your diehards know, but I am very intrigued by all of your nicknames. Could you just introduce yourself one at a time and tell us how that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you guys leaving.
Nate, you wanna
So rude.
They want to stick around for
okay,
this.
you start.
I'm sorry, we're not mad.
I got up early for this. I thought Matt Marr was gonna be here. That's the only reason I woke up.
I know, I wanted to be like, hey man, he's got the silver hair. Okay, how'd you get your name?
My nickname is Hollywood, and I think when I joined the band, we had like 5 or 6 picked out.
Yeah.
And we took this poll between all 5 of us, and Hollywood got the most votes. I don't know if it's because I always wear short shorts or, you know.
I think
I'm from California, so it's kind of, we ran with that.
Yeah. My nickname is called Crouton, and I originally was going to name myself 10 years ago J.J. Walker, because my middle initial, my original name, my God-given name from my parents is Jacob. But I didn't know if any kids would know who that was, like, because he was Dynamite, and I know that that's like a long time ago. So I was like eating a salad. I was like, crouton, that'd be funny. And now I'm forever crouton with a hint of garlic. And I'm wonton when I'm mad.
My name is Chapstick. I got my name because I'm addicted to chapstick, and I like to do really high kicks and karate kicks and guitar laser things. And that's how I got my
Get
name.
out of him!
Yeah, actually now I'm fatty,
Oh.
and mine's real simple. I was a fat kid, and he's my brother, and I used to have another brother in the band.
Still your brother.
They used to call me Fatty when I was younger, but we started the names because we didn't think that they would stick, and they stuck, and now I've had my name Fatty for 10 years. I wish my name was Matt Marr.
Hey, my name is Matt Marr, otherwise, AKA Eminem. No, I'm Nate Daddy, and I can back up the daddy part. It's a name now that I'm married with a cute little stepdaughter. So yeah, that's a recent event. Woo! Current events in our lives.
Yeah.
I just moved. This guy's got a house, you know. Just growing up. Can't be too much of a kid anymore. Got responsibilities. You guys have any of those?
Oh. And Chapstick.
We really need you guys to support us now.
Yeah. Chapstick isn't here because he went.
He's on Matt Marr's bus.
Yeah, he's on Matt Marr's bus. They're at Cracker Barrel. They're eating eggs Benedict. No, but he went to go play at church. He's playing at his church tomorrow, so that's why he's not with us today.
He doesn't like dancing, that's why.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think we got another question here.
Right here.
Why didn't you play Zombie last night?
Yeah! Well,
That's what
funny.
we
Yeah, They're looking at me. We would love to have played Zombie. However,
Play it tonight.
our set, that I can do.
Do that.
That I can do. We have like a big kind of grand master set that we have to work off of for the whole summer. And because that set was like 60 minutes, we had to cut out a few, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
we tried to lean a little bit on some of the newer music to give you guys kind of a taste of the newest stuff. So, because I know you already know Zombie. So we'll play it again for you tonight, man. You have to zombie walk on stage, though. That's the only that's my requirement. And you have to bring us you, Kurt. You personally. You.
Yeah, you can come up
No
tonight.
less.
Yeah, you got to come up tonight.
You got that.
All right, I'm not playing it. I don't have time unless you're doing it. Busy man.
Cool.
What's your name?
I'm Anthony.
Anthony.
Anthony, all right. Anthony doing the zombie walk tonight.
Yeah.
11:45 p.m. Woo!
Okay.
I was just wondering if some of you were raised Christian, if you always knew the Lord, if you had a conversion experience when you first encountered Jesus, and you know what put you all together.
Yeah, we were raised in a home where my parents didn't become Christians until we were probably 6, and so we were raised in a Christian home after I was 6, and we were very active in the church. My parents were musicians, and so we traveled a lot. And my dad was a Christian musician in the late 80s, early 90s, circa like Petra years, you know. So we had I'll tell you how I became Christian. We had a band called the Brothers in the early 90s, and so we were raised in that, and I didn't become a Christian until I was about 13, even though I was touring in this Christian band before. It was a weird kind of circumstance. Like, we were playing a show, and we were there, and we had just played the show, and we were telling kids about Jesus and stuff like that, and I was just like, man, I am living a lie right now. And I know that was, you don't know what you're really doing at 13, you know, looking back on it, but you know, I remember feeling that heaviness and going like, I don't want to steer anybody wrong by what I'm like kind of not telling the truth up here. I'm like up here, you know, telling people about Jesus and to have a relationship with Jesus, and I don't even have a relationship with Jesus. And so I remember it took all that was in me to like put all that pride after we had played and like walk down in front of the entire crowd that we played to, and I was like, I want to accept Jesus tonight. So that's my story. Like it was really cool for me because like it was one of those things where it was just like, you know, I have to do this in order to know that I'm giving my all to God. So it doesn't matter what anybody is looking. It doesn't matter what people think of me. It doesn't matter that I was just on a stage. What matters is the relationship that I'm about to have with Jesus. So I did that. That was Friday the 13th, 1994. So that was mine. So, but all of us grew up in Christian homes, and we played in youth group, and that's how we got started. And yeah, so we all have a little bit different stories, but that was mine.
Who's your dad?
My dad is an artist.
Jerome Olds.
Yeah, Jerome Olds. He used to, he wrote some stuff for a guy named Mylon Lefebvre and Larnell Harris, and I think the Imperials, and did some stuff with Bill Gaither. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, what would you say is Family Force 5's spirit animal?
All of them.
A cheetah. I think our spirit animal is a Yeti.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's hairy, it's got big feet. Probably likes to dance.
What was your inspiration behind Your Grace Is Enough?
Oh.
That was a dumb question. Nobody got the joke. Okay.
I got it.
All
I
the
got
Van
it.
Bar fans are gone.
Anthony got it.
Hi. So I've been a long-time fan. The first time I think I saw you guys, you were dressed in giant monkey suits and
Oh, yeah.
performing in those. Yeah,
That sounds like us.
So I was wondering why you guys never played Peachy. You guys haven't played it forever.
Wow.
So
I
was
wish
just
Derek
wondering-
was here because he asks that question of us
I
every
know.
day.
I think we played that song long enough to put it on one of our records. And that's it.
We actually played it live quite a bit before Derek.
Before
Actually,
Chapstick.
Yeah, we played it pretty solid for a couple of years straight before Derek even entered the band. So, but then after Derek was in, we've never played it. So that's why he's bitter towards us. Just like you probably are. Sorry, man.
That's right. While I'm looking for the next hand, get him up there. I want to know what song, you said you try to play the new music, but what song do you never get tired of? What one is the closest to your hearts?
Ooh, that's a good question. In recent years, on this last record, I really love This Is My Year. There's some fun that happens with that, and it was one of the last songs written for the record, and it was kind of one of those mistakes. It started out with a bass line, and then something happened with the track, and it went somewhere else, and that song's pretty magical to me. So, and I like that everybody sways in the crowd and stuff like that. That's fun to see. I like that one.
Anybody else?
I have a question actually. Since we're here with Terry, the recipe lady, from 88.5, 91.9, and 91.9, 91.5, the family.
Oh.
So since we're here with her, she has it. I'm looking through this recipe book, and there's a bunch of recipes from a bunch of different artists in here, which looks delicious. My mouth is watering. If Family Force 5 was to enter a recipe into this recipe book, what would you guys put in here?
Fried
I think
chicken.
everybody
Salsa,
should go.
man.
Yeah,
Fried
salsa.
chicken, salsa.
These two guys make the best salsa I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a
It's
simple
amazing.
salsa that you can make.
Oh yeah. Well, how do you
Get your pens out, guys.
Ready?
You go and you get a can of Hunt's Fire roasted tomatoes.
Green beans.
Just one can.
Which one?
Get 2 jalapenos,
Hot
a
dog.
quarter of an onion,
Spicy.
some salt and pepper, some cilantro. Put that in a blender, blend it up. Salsa.
Delicious.
And I think it's pretty good. You can squeeze some lime in there too if you want
man.
it.
My
take it up a
kind
notch.
of recipe.
I know.
What song best defines Family Force 5?
Your grace is enough.
At some festivals.
I don't know. I'd say off the new record, maybe Berserk. You know, that's kind of how we like to live our lives. We're always going crazy in every which way, but really care and love about each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guy.
Berserk plus Hold Your Hand.
Yeah, Hold Your Hand is recent years. I mean, Chainsaw, that's a good representation. I mean, it's about a dance move, and it's kind of a quirky topic, and when we can get people to dance, I think that best explains Family Force 5. That's why we're gonna have a dance party tonight, right?
Yeah.
All right.
What is your most embarrassing moment on stage?
Oh, that's a good question too. Nate?
Go. Well, he wasn't up to tell it, so somebody else tell it.
What?
There's this one time, I'll just go ahead and tell it. It's about Nate. When he does some of the screams in our band, and you got to prepare for the screams. If you run out of air, you'll pass out. And he forgot about the one scream in our band, or in this
It
one
was an
song.
earthquake. It was like the first show after we kind of took over a lot of Solly's parts and split them among us.
Yeah.
And the giant scream right at the beginning of Earthquake is a long one, and I forgot about it, and I tried to do it on a half a breath so I could come in on the right time, and it wasn't enough breath.
Passed out on stage.
Totally like fainted and like fell down and like hit my back and head on the stand and then the ground, and then in my mind I was just still dancing. So to them it just looked like I was like just like a caterpillar on the ground, like squirming around.
It looked like he was having a seizure.
Yeah, I'm sure it looked terrifying.
And we were like, do we stop or do we keep playing? Or
I was like, what band did I join? What is going on?
So after about, I don't know how long, 20 seconds or whatever, it wasn't that long. To them it probably felt like eternity. But I got back up. I realized what happened, and I was like, well, I guess I gotta keep singing. So just grabbed the mic and kept going. So that's how we roll.
That's dedication. Yeah. Or you have those moments where you think you're about to do a cool guitar spin, and when you do spin it, your strap breaks and your guitar goes way over there, and you're like chasing your guitar.
It breaks the screen on the giant NPC that we used to have. Yeah. I remember that.
We were on a tour, and we, for some reason, I thought we were playing South Dakota, and I said it like 8 times, and there was like in the crowd, I was like, y'all get up on your feet, South Dakota, and people were like, I was like, no, South Dakota, let's dance. People were like, and it wasn't until like I started talking, I was like, South Dakota, you guys are awesome, and then there was one person in the crowd that shouted out, and he was like, bro, we're in Wyoming. And I was like, so I was like, sorry, Wyoming. It's like,
we have one more question.
Hi, I've seen you guys a couple times and I think you're amazing, and I'm elderly, so that's a pretty good thing.
Wait a second. Stop right there.
Yeah, all right. But my son totally, completely loves you, but my question is, or it's not really a question, I was just wondering if you could share with us, I know you guys wear all the funky clothes and do your thing, and can you share that message with why you guys do that? Because it's a really good message, and I just thought everybody should share it.
I think with Family Force 5, we're so blessed and so honored to be able to do this and be a weird band, and we know and we love and respect, like we got to see Jeremy Camp yesterday. He's a really good friend of ours, and Mark Hall, and we love and respect what they do, and we understand that it takes a team, and it's we're all a part of the body, and so we're just a little bit different, and we may be the dancing shoes, you know, and what we really want kids to know and people to know is God made a purpose for you. God has a purpose in your life, and never let anybody tell you that you can't achieve or go out and be your all and be who He designed you to be for Him, and go out and reach people and go out and love people. And that's the message behind Family Force 5. We want to love people. We want to have a great time with people. We want to have laughter, and we want it to point to Jesus. And we are weird, and we're off. And I am like, there's some times where I'm like, man, it'd be so much easier, you know, if we made music like Jeremy Camp, but it doesn't come out that way when we write. And I thank God for that, because like we're really blessed, and we have a good time being the weird kid.
Yes, absolutely. And you'll be right back here for the dance party tonight at 11:45.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Anywhere else we can catch you out and around today in the middle of the day?
Wherever the cheese curds are.
Yeah.
Maybe
cheese curds. Yeah. Matt Mars bus.
The coffee stand, probably.
And if you want to come back next year, folks, if you want to come back next year, stop by the booth at the edge of the food court. The family's giving away 4 all-event passes and a campsite for next year's Lifest. Stop by and sign up.
Yeah, y'all go sign up.
Thank you, guys.
Make some noise.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
God bless.
Real quick, let's get a selfie with the audience. Say hey! You gotta get back in.